Dr. Anderson Dotson has been practicing law for 17 years and is a city prosecutor at the Baton Rouge City Court. He says that these shows in terms of the substance of the cases are realistic in the issues portrayed.
To those shows in years, to be honest with you, but I can remember, if I can relate what I saw back in the day, they are realistic in terms of, for sure, the way that the courtroom is set up, the way the judge sits, where the parties sit at, and in terms of the substance of the cases, they are pretty much on point in terms of the issues they talk about and the things that come up. But in terms of the antics sometimes that are allowed in court, nothing like that happens in actual court as compared to the TV. I think that's kind of where the TV changes things. The substance is the same, but the general, that doesn't really happen in a real courtroom.
These law shows portray the realistic nature of how situations in the courtroom are handled. Jennifer Winker is a junior law student and says that The Good Wife is one of the shows that inspired her to go to law school.
The Good Wife, that's another one. She was running for state's attorney. Her husband was state's attorney, but I loved all of the legal shows, and they really made me want to learn more about the law. And now that I'm actually here, it's amazing how accurate some of them really are.
The Southern University Law Center brings in hundreds of new students every year inspired by watching these types of shows. Practicing law as compared to TV-based law shows seem to have its differences and similarities, but it still inspires its audience to go to law school. Skylar Harris, WSU-TV News. Some of the major fixes done on campus so far is the roads leading to the back of campus, a walkway plaza at the mini-dome, the student parking lot, and new gates. Cameron Fontenot, a student at Southern University, says that he is happy with the improvements so far, but there are still minor problems that the administration still needs to look into.
Other improvements that need to be made, I feel like the library can get some new computers because some of them don't work. Other computers don't do some things that the other computers in the lab do. That little street that go from the mini dome to the stadium parking lot, that little strip need to be repaved because they got potholes like here, there, it's everywhere. So
even though the improvements are benefiting students, small problems such as the old computers in certain buildings, small potholes in the back of campus, the library, and the air conditioning are problems the administration still needs to look into. The repairs on campus are benefiting a lot of students, and it's also making resources and traffic a little more convenient. However, there is still a ways to go if we are going to see any more major repairs other than the repavement of roads and new computers. Here at Southern University, improvements are being made to help further students' education and their resources. However, there are still a couple of minor fixes that need to be made, such as the roads on the back of campus, the computers in the library, and the air conditioning in certain buildings. With all this being brought to the attention of the administration, you can guarantee that these problems will be looked into and as improvements are coming along will be fixed. Here at Southern University, Skylar Harris, WSU-TV News. The proposed gas tax hike slashed to 10 cents, but major hurdles remain for a plan to raise $300 million. In a last resort option to bid for Louisiana House approval, backers of a hike in the state gasoline tax say they will seek a 10 cents per gallon increase, down from 17 cents earlier. However, the proposal was rejected by the Metro Council. The Department of Transportation was scheduled to start a $300 million project under the tax infrastructure proposal, but that was rejected as well. The ideal the department wanted was to find the right investment for taxpayers dealing with traffic. The tax infrastructure plan was introduced later last year. However, it was rejected by the Metro Council, leaving the majority of the new proposed projects currently on the shelf. According to the Department of Transportation, some of these projects are being funded by the old mayor, Kip Holden, so construction will still go on as planned. Rodney Mallett, a representative of the Department of Transportation, says they are looking into alternative options for funding such as toll over bridges and federal grants.
We are looking to do some working with the feds to get some grants. We got a fast lane grant, so we're able to widen I-10 between I-49 and the Chaffalaya Basin Bridge. And we're also doing some work here between LA 73 and Highland. And we're looking at getting some bonds that we'll be able to do 3 really big projects, one of them right here in Baton Rouge to address the area from the new bridge out to Essen Lane. You know, that's a very important project, so we're trying to get the bonds to do that. And we're looking to get public-private partnerships to see if we get some private industry to come in and fund some of these projects and get paid return on their investment over a course of a length of time where it's worth their investment.
The Department of Transportation is working under the Fast Lane grant that is being budgeted towards the widening of I-10 and the project with LA 73 in Highland. They are currently working on finding private partnerships with various out-of-state contractors to help add some extra money into the declining state budget to fix traffic issues. Live from News on the Bluff, Skylar Harris.